All right, boys and girls, I'm at St Helena Island. This is the reason why I'm here, and it's the ruins. Now, St Helena was all about making money, so the prisoners had a job. This that I'm standing in, what's left of it, is the old blacksmith shop. So this old fireplace was the carpenter's shop. So this is what's left of that. And interesting enough, the fireplace was used to melt the wood glue. How very cool is that? So this old building here, you don't normally get access to this, but because we are the 2 Hour Circle, we've been granted a little bit of access. This pit here was so they could bring the old tram in here. So I'm pretty sure that we are currently inside the old administration building. So this here, that where I'm standing in at the moment, this is the bakery. So this would have been made by the prisoners. Right, so that would slide in there. Now remembering, we have a few privileges here as the 2 Hour Circle, so you can't come along and just start manhandling things. But I'm just going to wander over here and show you something else that was actually made by the prisoners. This door here, also made by the prisoners. Now, I mentioned earlier that within the building that we were standing in, the admin building, so that was admin and storage. The tram was so that pots and pans and things like that could be transported from the kitchen to various different parts of the island. So very, very high tech. And in a second, I'm just going to show you how futuristic St Helena Island really is. So let me ask you, I'm at St Helena Island right now. Is it possible that this is the world's very first hashtag? I'll leave that for you to figure out.
3, 2, 1. Sir, how effective if I took away your sugar or your salt for a week?
I'd have nothing to add any flavour at all to the hominy or mutton swap.
Hey!
Stew, the delicious,
Nutritious.
every meal, mutton stew.
And you two are lucky to get that.
So this is the catwalk. This is where the guards used to supervise the prison. So they would be standing here, looking over here, and these old walls, all this was managed and harvested here by the convicts on the island. Alright, so this is one of the cell blocks. Now, just to put things into perspective for you, this small area that I'm standing in here would have housed about 12 inmates, with the heat being held by the stone here and the midges coming in from the mangrove swamps just over on towards the edge of the island. Very, very comfy, I imagine. Now, the bars that you're looking at on the ground here, they would have been used as dividers. All right, so imagine 12 grown men living in a space about this big. Happy days, yeah? Woohoo, fun times. This cool little room here, that's where the bakers would sleep, right next to the kiln. And they would sleep here because they had to get up really early in the morning. They didn't want to wake up the rest of the camp. So imagine that. Now this is the butcher's shop. Now this lying on the ground would have been the bar in the window, all right? But the really interesting part about this is these little portholes along the bottom here. Not actually portholes, those are blood holes. So the blood and the offal from the butcher's shop would run through the holes into buckets. The prisoners would take the buckets down to the shore at high tide and tip the buckets into there to attract the sharks. Greatest security system on the planet, I reckon. So we were just having a bite to eat. That comes as part of the tour, by the way. So if you buy the ticket to get on the Cat and Nine Tails, you get your lunch. They'll put on a bit of a show for you. We're going to have a look at that shortly. But one of the staff came over to me and said, do you want to see what is considered, or what was considered to be, the very height of luxury? I am currently standing in the guard's bathhouse. So if you look here at my feet, that's the bath. What he didn't tell me was something's already in the bath. It's been here for a while. But how very cool is this? This is the guard's bathhouse. Now, I'm going to wander over and check out the old museum. I'll see you over there. Alright, so this is the museum. I wasn't expecting to find a museum here, but I'm not going to spoil it for you, but each room has a story to tell. So this would have been a governor's house or something along those lines, but well worth the time to pop into the museum and have a wander around. Now, I've stopped here because this is really interesting, just to show my age a little bit. No, I'm not a 200-year-old convict. This is an old copper. So in here would have been a hand-beaten copper pot that would sit in here. So you can see the width of the lip, just here. And under here, you would light a kindling fire, right? And that would heat that water up. Now, as a kid, I used to have to light the fire, heat the water up, and I would have 2 5-litre buckets, right? And I would hand fill each bucket, and I would carry those buckets into the house.
Slow-mo lashes, if everyone can get their cameras out. Slow-mo for the cameras, and
oh, well. That, boys and girls, is St Helena Island. I've just found a nice little shady tree to sit under. One of very few, I might add. A very harsh environment for convicts and prisoners here at the island. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and as always, we will see you somewhere at what we like to call the 2-hour circle. Bye for now.